Hello and welcome back, Scriptcase enthusiasts. Welcome back to another informative session right here on Scriptcase by Jamie. And today, you guessed it, it is macro day. And today we're going to explore the SC menu item macro. Don't confuse this with last week's dynamic menu macro. It's not the same. This macro is particularly useful in menu applications, providing a way to interact with and respond to user menu selections dynamically. So let's dive in and learn how you can leverage this macro to enhance your application responsiveness based on your user interactions. Hello and welcome back to another macro day here at Scriptcase by Jamie. And today we are diving into the SC menu item, and that is SC underscore menu underscore item macro. And this macro is pretty useful when it comes to, well, conditional operations based on maybe user choices. Now, it is pretty essential for applications where user navigation choices should maybe trigger specific backend processes or maybe influence the application behavior itself, which is really powerful, by the way. So how to use the SC menu item macro? Well, you have it here right now. SC menu underscore item, and this macro retrieves the ID of the currently selected menu item, which enables conditional logic to control what happens next within your applications. And you guessed it, that is pretty powerful. Okay, so the syntax is pretty simple. You have the option here, and that is pretty much it. Now, I've actually put it here in a very wrong way because it's not like any other macro, you see. Now, I've placed it here like a macro and it's not correct. So let me comment that one out, come all the way back here and show you the real way that you need to use this macro. And that is with curly brackets, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a very special macro that is in use that we can then use. So here, for instance, we could say, and if I leave that one there, and then here we could say if, and let me add some curly brackets there and come back up here. And here we can then say if our SC menu item, like so, and if that equals, say, item number 1, remember the item IDs for the menu application, those are either generated when you create menu items or when you dynamically generate those menu items, you define this ID. Very important to note. Now, we can then, with this, if SC menu item number 1 has been selected, then here maybe we can go SC reset underscore, and yes, you guessed it, global. So here we could reset our globals for our menu items on click, which is pretty awesome, right? So when you actually access a specific menu, that menu global is then reset. So think of that with those globals that you are passing between applications. So this is very, very powerful indeed, and very handy for when you want to maybe redirect or manage globals from various applications and so forth. Now we could maybe redirect, and so forth, all within this same little piece of code that we have here. So let me continue this one. In fact, let's comment this one here out. And if I copy this, and I really like them nice and clean. So let's copy that one, place that here, and then what we're going to do is come towards the end here of our item, and then here we add some brackets in here, and then here, for instance, we can say, well, if not is it, so if it's not available, our global, for instance, and you may say here my global employee ID, whatever that is, or maybe we might want to make sure it's not empty as well. So let's also make sure this global is not empty, because that could also be the case. And then here we have that then also here. So global again underscore emp. So there we have them reset a global, which we actually have not defined yet. So that is very important. So if we wanted to reset the globals here, we would then need to define those globals. So up here, for instance, I could then here say then the global underscore emp. Here we would reset it. And then here, if it's not available, instead of resetting it, what we can then do is use another one of those amazing macros that we have available in Scriptcase and redirect the user to any application that we want. And here we can then just add our app name in there, and that will then, well, redirect them. And of course, don't forget, you can also configure many more options, such as the application. You can say here not only redirect if those globals aren't available, you could even say, well, if they click this menu item, then what we're going to do here, instead of resetting, so let me comment this one here out and go below, and here maybe you will want to reconfigure your application, and there you go. And just like that, you have reconfigured, well, we still need to add some options in here. So here I would need to add my app, and then here we have then, it is then start, because we would maybe want to start our application new, which we then define there. And just like that, we then on our item 1 reset the application status as such. And that is one alternative way to use applications. You can imagine it, I'm pretty sure you can, in so many different ways. And that is why these macros in Scriptcase are so powerful, because you have so many options and so many dynamic ways of creating, redirecting, resetting, configuring. Whatever you can dream it up, you can build it in Scriptcase. So that is pretty much all, I believe, for today's video. And of course, you do have a few other options there with this if-else statement or user roles. You can configure, you can send messages, you can do whatever you want. You just need to think of it, you can apply it. So I hope this SC menu item macro becomes as invaluable to you as it is to me for creating those interactive, responsive applications where your user's choice should directly influence the operational flow of your applications, such as maybe dynamically loading configurations, as I have shown here, initializing specific resources, or maybe setting the application modes as you need them for your user selects within your menu. And that can be dynamic menu or static menu, whichever menu you like. You just need to apply it. And of course, you guessed it once again, that is all for today's session on the SC menu item macro. Now, implementing this macro does allow for super sophisticated user responsive applications that really adapt to dynamically user interactions. So if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment below with your own experiences or, of course, your questions about using this SC menu item within your projects. Let me know, what unique solutions have you implemented using this macro? I'm curious to hear about it. Go ahead, let me know in the comments. People don't like to comment these days. Be sure to share your insights, and if not, well, stay tuned for more Scriptcase tips, and thank you very much for watching.